Hi, guys. I find it kind of humorous that I scheduled this for 12:05. My past self must have known my current self was going to be coming in hot. All right. So let's see. A couple announcements. Sound baths this week. Tuesday, Valentine's Day, good date night thing to do. Also to have a drum circle coming up. We have energy awareness. One is starting off. It's the only time I'll offer it probably this year. So if you want to get in on that, learning how to basically manage your own energy fields and learning your own gifts. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. So check out the website. We are, also trying to do more community stuff like Friday Night Fun, which is just free for local people kind of thing. So anyway, all right. If you haven't played with me before, you got to say me, please, to get a card reading. Okay. This will be your personal card reading. I'm just going to use the Yantra deck today to keep it simple. So we're going to do Yantra deck. We're going to do the the Yantra deck. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do our individual readings, which you can get by saying me, please. Okay. So your order might look a little different than my order. So, like Andrea, I see you there. You're kind of a little ways down my list because I got some people coming in from the YouTube channel. So just be patient with me. I'm coming to you guys as fast as I can. The energy has just been really, really intense. That last full moon, not gonna lie, that was a doozy for me. So I don't know if any of you are feeling it, but I got you. I'm with you on that one. All right. Using Amanda Ellis's, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's Galactic Federation Platinum Ray, Commander Ashtar. So we're asking for help from those UFOs that are appearing in the news. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to that, but anyway, let's see what the week brings. All right, so this is the reading that we're going to build on. This is first for all of us, okay? And then we go from there. So, all right, so we got meditation upside down. What this is saying is our minds are like blah, 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 all over the place. You like my sound effects? I am quite certain that this is for a variety of reasons, but one of them being that we're in the agitation cycle of this change that we're in as a whole world. So our minds are trying to solve the problems, and a lot of these problems cannot be solved from the space of the mind. Okay. All right. So our helper card for this week, forgiveness upside down. Okay. So this is interesting because forgiveness in the concept of healing is actually just accepting that nothing ever went wrong, that everything is a lesson and an expansion of your consciousness. But when it's upside down like this is asking you to look at where you're not letting go, where you're holding on to. I personally have too much of a memory. I can remember a lot of things that other people don't remember, which is a blessing and a curse, right? Because I remember the good and the bad, where a lot of people filter in just the good. So anyway, I think that this card is telling us this week it's going to be a good week to just be very aware to the stuff we're hanging on to that is no longer serving us. Okay. And then by the end of the week, we are going to be offered a balance of peace. It's sideways though. So that just says more surrendering energy, more allowing. Now the new moon's going to be coming up then. So we can use the new moon energy to kind of start to reset and restore us. Okay. So there we go. There's our start. Oh, and just, FYI, I have quite a few little friends sitting here with us, but I've got our stone of the month, Celestite. I've got last stone of the month, Appetite, which is good for goal setting. This is good for kind of soothing and helping out. I got some citrine, which is good emotional reset, and some amethyst, which is always a good helper. In fact, I've got several amethysts. Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's do this. All right. So now you're just going to kind of see what resonates with you. Okay. If you're watching this later, same thing. And as we go through the readings today, you guys, we are going to be able to basically listen to the guides as a group. So listen to other messages that come up, because a lot of times they're all speaking together and to you as a collective. Okay. So first card is 1. Second card is 2. Third card, 3. Okay. If you picked 1 for this week, so just take a minute, fill in. Okay. If you picked 1 for this week, keep it simple. Get here and now. Let the past go, let the future go. Simplify your life this week. Get it as peaceful as you can, okay? If you picked 2, you got embrace on upside down, and this is loving unconditionally. What I'm hearing from the guides is that this is shadow work time, okay? That which you cannot accept in others, you cannot accept in yourself. So if you are not unconditionally embracing yourself right now, or you're really critical and judgy of the world, it's a good time to kind of reflect as to why that's happening and what part of yourself you're trying to recover this week, okay? All right. Then we've got presence sideways, which is listening. If you picked 3, basically that's don't burn yourself out by trying to hear the guides, which, by the way, we have a class in a couple hours, 4 hours or so about hearing your guides, but this can be burnout, right? So listen more like peace, not listen like strain, but listen like go within and just feel and hear yourself, okay? Those are the first parts of the week here. All right. So hi, Francis, Kim, Karen, Sonia. I see you, all you guys. I'm just going to tell you, you're kind of towards the bottom of the list, so be patient with me. I see you there, though. Okay, we're going to start with Barbara. Barbara, you got integrity sideways, okay? And what that is saying, and it's sideways to the part where it's asking you to be authentic, not do authentic, which means just do what comes naturally to you. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to be something different. This week, when you're looking at the forgiveness stuff, yeah, people may have judged you for who you are, but they don't know who you are totally because maybe you've been hiding those parts. This week, you're being asked to see where you could just lean in a little bit more to who you are as a whole. Okay. Kimberly, you got 1 sideways, but you got it the sideways where there is an action to take. Okay. So go where you can connect as a oneness. This week, go to the places that you want to be plugged into, not the places that are hurting you or that have stuff to be problem solving, but the places that say, I am part of all of this and I'm well supported and everything that's happening is happening for my greatest good. Okay. So some action, maybe get in with community, come to group healing, do whatever you can to really feel into the fact that you are supported. Okay. Rob, oh, your card's nice and positive. Emotions right side up. So this is a week where you're going to want to embrace all those feelings, not label them as good or bad, but just follow them. Some of the negative feelings are like it's a time to move kind of message, right? It's not time to avoid or time to repress, but it's just uncomfortably time to move. And some of those positive ones say move there. Okay. So this week, you're just going to be really using those emotions to get yourself flowing. So be paying attention. You might even do like a little emotion check-in, like, throughout the day, like, how am I feeling right now? Okay. I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling happy, that kind of thing. All right. Jamie is Jamie Meredith. That's the whole name, maybe not 2 people. Since there's no comment there. Okay, I'm going to assume it's 1 person. Jamie, your card is intuition, being receptive. Okay, listen to and trust yourself, because sometimes when we're people pleasing or we're trying to be in a space where we want people to be good in front of us, like we don't want to see their bad side, the intuition, if it's saying there's something going on that you need to back up from, there's something going on you need to back up from, and that's okay. It doesn't make you rude. It doesn't make you mean to take a minute to just get some space. Okay. All right, Patty, you got blessings upside down. So that card is saying you don't have to accept everything as a blessing. I mean, you do want to accept like that forgiveness message. Everything is a gift and an opportunity. But when you say, I don't have to receive absolutely everything just because everything around me is a gift or an opportunity, I can say no to stuff. Okay. And I can say no as a blessing to set a boundary too. The blessing could be that I get to just learn to say no. And that's the blessing. So just acknowledge this week. Sometimes we get into this, like, it could be worse, or, oh, I don't want to make a ripple. And this week you're being told, go ahead, make a ripple. Go ahead and walk away from some stuff. Tiff got life upside down, which is drama. And so this card also says being awake in the dream. So, drama is super, it is super sticky. It gets us in, right? And I mean, I'm not immune. I feel like I want to be immune. And I feel like I want to be able to say, I see what life truly is. but there's a lot of opportunity to see things in kind of more of a dramatic way. And this card is saying, look out for that, especially when you got that forgiveness card and whatever card you picked for yourself in the 1, 2, 3s. You just want to really be aware that some of this stuff isn't even real. It's just silly stuff, that we do. We were watching the show, and in the show, it started to talk about the fact that, these groups of moms are making their lives difficult because they're doing all these extra projects for their children. And then they're like, whoa, it's me, it's so hard, right? Well, they did that to themselves and each other. And so it's kind of acknowledging that what we've done to ourselves and each other too. Okay. Miranda, you got presents upside down. If you got presents before, you're getting it again as a double down. What this is saying is this kind of listening is stressing you out. This kind of analytical mind sort through, not helping. So right now, this is like listen by being as present as possible. Okay. And that can be, a little bit of putting yourself in alignment with, I just see how this card's kind of like cracked and stuff. Yeah. When it's upside down, it's like I'm burnt out. I need a little bit of emotional support for myself. So just be aware of that. Okay. Kelly. Okay, meditation upside down. Okay, so this is where we started. Okay, and so this is the second time this card has come through. It started off with this right now. This card says being mindful. Now, mindful, not but mindful, like eyes open, mouth closed, paying attention. So this is very much asking you to see if you can put your mind at ease by like recognizing, yeah, there's a million things I got to sort out, but I can only sort one thing at a time. And some stuff isn't mine to sort. Okay. That's what you're getting kind of as your message this week. All right, Diane, you have balance sideways. Okay. And there is a being, not a doing to this card. So this is like being in balance. So just spending some downtime, spending time in, kind of paying attention to, just the joys of life, the simple joys. They don't have to be anything complicated. Okay. All right, Kimberly. Oh, I shuffled. I'm not kidding. See, this is what I'm talking about. They put them together. Now you got balance in the same place. So, and see, they stacked you guys together. So they want us to keep talking about what this means. Okay. So when we are in balance, we are having yin and yang, do and be. Be can be just sitting and contemplating with the universe and in nature, just, being with your friends or whatever. And doing could also be being with your friends, but like going to a concert and doing that concert, like that kind of stuff. So just be aware that you're being asked to be in balance this week, which is that more yang, more just soft. Janice, simplicity. Okay, if this card came up at the beginning too, right? With if you 1, 2, 3s. So if you pick that at the beginning, it's doubling down and it's saying do something to make your life more simple. I'm seeing like decluttering. And even if it's just like the front hallway, okay, just make some space for yourself and make your life a little easier, because when there's too much stuff to see and do and interact with, it's stressful. So your guides are saying do something to make things more simple. Kalina, you got impeccability upside down, which is walking the path, but it's like feeling like you're not on track. And this is just an acknowledgement. You're always you can't get off track. I mean, we're in a 3D linear reality right now. That's just where we are. So there's only forward progress. But this is just saying, are you on the path of your highest outcome, of your highest good? And if you're not, maybe just take some time to look at what that's about. Okay. All right, Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, got compassion sideways, this is about learning to be compassionate, not do compassion. And that just means being witness without judgment and holding space for people's lives to be in disarray if they are. Donnie, your focus this week is choice. And your choice is fear or love. Okay. And so see if you can make love that true choice. Okay. Christy, upside down grace, being guided with this card. When it comes in this position, it often means, look, your guides, nobody else has the answers but you. What do you want? This card is saying, stop waiting for the push from the universe. Stop waiting from, anybody else. You're the one who has the steering wheel. Okay. Kira, your focus this week is transformation sideways. So what that's saying is sometimes when we need something to transform or shift, we have to stop. If we just keep doing, it never gets a chance to integrate the transformation. So this is like be with all that you are. Like kind of sit and let things integrate, okay? It doesn't have to be hard. Nicole, okay, impeccability is coming up again. This time it's saying it's sideways and it's saying do something to put yourself on track. Be active about your path. Choose the highest timeline. Choose the highest version of yourself that is available to you now, just with intention. Okay, so this week be very intentional about your path. And Seth, wisdom upside down. It's a kind of a call out from your guides to say, look, you don't know as much as you know, as you think you know. And like the wisdom sometimes is just being. Okay. So when it's upside down like this, it's saying just don't have the answers this week. Just listen to what else might be happening around you. Listen to the other perspectives. Okay. Melissa. Transformation upside down. Okay. So this week it's going to feel a little labyrinthy for you. A little bit like you don't know if you're coming or going. It feels exciting, but it also feels like you're not sure what's happening. So just give yourself space for that. Okay. You don't second guess yourself. I'm hearing from the guides. Okay. Sam, this week you're working on communication. Okay. But this is listening communication, not speaking communication. Okay. So what this is saying, because of the position it's in and just interpretation from your guides, is that it's a good week for you to just be quiet, not say much, let the world communicate its information to you rather than you talking to it. Okay. All right. Michelle, you got power sideways, which means you have a power leak. And it's mostly energy. And I've been doing this a lot lately myself, and it's kind of hard to stop sometimes if something's catching you. But this is like saying I'm leaking my consciousness power to something that I have no control over because I keep thinking about it, keep stressing about it. So this card is basically saying get your power back by having the thoughts that are empowering to you and others. And just be with those empowering thoughts. They may not be the answers. People may not want to hear your positivity right now, but that's okay. All right, Cece, happy football day. I know somebody said, why are you having guides group at the Super Bowl? Secret, I work on Sundays to avoid the football. I know, it's not very nice of me, is it? All right, surrender. So this week it's upside down surrender. So that's saying don't let things happen just because. If something needs to be changed or a boundary needs to be set, this week is not the week to roll over about that. Okay, so it's a week for boundary setting for you and a week of saying, oh, I see that coming and I don't need to participate in that. Okay. All right, Heidi. Oh, forgiveness, right side up for you. Okay, so we saw that as our helper card at the beginning. And what this is saying is just let it go. It's okay. Like whatever you can't let go of, see if you can have a conversation with yourself about it and find out why what need are you trying to meet? Are you trying to validate yourself? Are you trying to justify? None of that's necessary. Just let it go and just do what you need to do. Okay. Blair, you got vision sideways. This is active. Okay. So this is asking you to create beauty around you. This is asking you to create the vision of your life. Don't be a passive person this week in your vision. Verbalize what you want. Put it on paper. Journal it. Tell the universe what kind of beauty you want next in your world. Okay. All right. Robin and Jordan. Robin, patience sideways. Okay. Be still. That's what this card is basically saying. Be. Just be. Your impatience isn't going to get you any further. So the patience card is basically saying just take some time to not push on things you want to come to fruition. All right. And Jordan, you got forgiveness too. So again, stacking up pretty close together here. Let it go. It's okay that it happened. It's not okay that it happened. And when you let yourself accept that it did happen and there's opportunity here for you, that's where you can kind of start moving into a healing process. Okay. I will tell you guys, one of my favorite books is Radical Forgiveness. And one of my favorite games to play is Satori. Those are both about like really understanding soul lessons. And it's super helpful if you're trying to let something go. We're going to play that at Friday Fun, by the way. Eli, You got grace right side up. So as we heard from another guide said that we're not helping right now because you need to decide your guides are helping. Your guides are putting signs on your path all over the place and they're asking you to pay attention. They are saying be graceful in the choices that you're making and pay attention because you are being helped. Okay. Cynthia, you've got life sideways, which is that drama card. And it's asking you to be awake in the dream. It's not nothing action. You don't even have to say anything about it. You can just be aware that there's drama occurring around you and not participate, but just be witness to it. Like watching a soap opera. It's not real. Okay, Carrie, inhale, receive. Sideways, that's action. Okay, so actively, yes, thank you more, please, this week. Okay, actively receive compliments, loving words, smiles, gifts, whatever it is, actively say, yes, thank you more, please, to yourself. Okay, because this is saying it's a good time for you to take in more of the positive joy around you. Okay. Cameron, you've got clarity sideways, and clarity sideways is asking you to actively go deeper. Okay. And some of the ways I do that for myself is either in meditation or on journaling that I'll say, then what? So, like, if I say, oh, I really want a new car, then what? Then I will be able to not have to go to the gas station because it's electric. Then what? Right? Like, whatever you want. I'm just obviously giving a silly example, but it might be also about a fear. I might say, oh, I'm afraid my kid's going to get hurt at school. Okay, well, then what? And so you just go deeper with where your thoughts are headed and what belief systems are linked up, and then disconnect the ones that aren't valid. Okay. All right, Lisa. Laughter sideways, being playful. Okay, so this is saying that it would be an action. Woo! I haven't been putting it up there because it falls down. I did it today. Okay, sorry, my light totally took a dive bomb. Laughter, playfulness, actively go out there and get some. This is sunshine, this is water, this is play, and in this position that it's in, they want you to actively go play. And they just added every day. Okay. Every day, do something playful that you could write down and say, this is how I played today. Okay. Ooh, good little charge, huh? Andrea, I've finally gotten to you. I told you guys you were at the bottom, but you're there. All right. Balance for you. A little being in harmony, yin and yang. The same message we've been getting over and over today. Be in both the doing and the being. Really, really important to be in harmony this week with that balance. Overdriving only makes us tired, right? Take it from me, type A personality number 1. Sonia and Torin. Sonia, you got practice upside down. What I'm hearing from your guides is you're holding something in place that you do not intend to be holding into place. Okay. So what that is saying to me is that it is time to just see where you can let some stuff go. What are you preserving? What relationships, what jobs, whatevers are you holding in a place that really shouldn't be held in a place anymore? Okay. So just be on the lookout this week about that. Torin, you're being asked to be compassionate. That compassionate witness, okay? Embracing everything around you, not being judgmental, not saying that's bad, this is good, but instead just being compassionate of like, wow, you're going through that. That's intense. And you're going through that. That's cool. Just really try to be in more of a neutral observer mode this week. Eat 100 foods. I got creativity for you this week, being the instrument. So no, you're the instrument of your life. Get creative. Stop thinking about things the old way you did them. The reason you're feeling comfortable about change is because it's the unknown. Doesn't mean it's bad, right? So there's a difference between fear that is just like kind of fear mongering and fear that just is, oh, something's changing. The something's changing fear is that do it, feel it, and go past it. Okay. All right. Good luck. Kim. Oh, you got 2 cards. First card is patience sideways, and second one is practice right side up. So this is saying practice patience, preserve a positive life, be still, go at the pace that feels good to you. Let the universe show you how it can unfold. You guys, I have a funny story to tell you. I teach manifesting classes. I don't always believe myself in that space. My faith gets shaken on occasion, but not necessarily for my 21-year-old son. And last night he went to a work event that this is the job that he kind of landed in his lap and he's been thriving at. And he bought some raffle tickets, or guess there wasn't even buying involved. I think he just was given these raffle tickets, and the raffle ticket would give you a chance to end up on stage to spin the wheel with the CEO for possible like $100 or something. Well, my child not only got the raffle ticket pulled, which is, one of the coincidences, right? But he went up there and there was one tiny little spot that was $1,000 spin. And of course he spun that thing. He came home with $1,000 last night. Of course, because that's how it works for him. That's how we all could be. All right, Francis, you are getting impeccability, and that's an encouragement from your guides. You are on the right track. Keep walking the path. You are doing it. Okay, so it may feel a little bit tiring. It may feel a little bit hard, but it's again that message that sometimes change is scary, but it's good. Do it anyway. That's kind of what your guides are saying. Okay, Afshin, of course, there's time for you. Gratitude upside down, seeing the gift. So this is kind of the message of, and we heard this at the beginning, this is not, you don't have to accept absolutely everything in your life just because. You just don't. And, I feel like that what the guys are saying to you is that there's some stuff that was a gift maybe and isn't a gift anymore that needs to go, and that you could be grateful that it was there, but it doesn't mean it's not time for it to leave. Okay. So you could be grateful also for it leaving. So this is like hanging on to the wrong things and being grateful when they leave just as much as when they came. Okay. It doesn't make you ungrateful altogether for having it. All right. Yes. Thanks, Kim. I know. Good story, right? Go Mason. Thanks, Tiff. I know. Just maybe he should teach us the meditation classes or the manifestation classes. He always is just like, this is how it works. Okay. Tanya, you got being surrendered. Peace. Now this is back into the passive. So the being piece, being surrendered. It's literally like floating in the water with your back up, right? It's like, or your chest up. Like, I am just going to be here and I'm going to be carried by the flow. Okay. So that's it. That's where you're at. All right. So if anybody else is hanging out there, it looks like there's not a huge crowd left, but if you're there and you haven't said me, please feel free to go ahead and post me, please. I will tell you guys that I have had a little bit of a rough kind of time, maybe facing what happened to me a while ago, and then some other social things and some client things. And so I have cut back my one-on-one hours for just a little bit. So if you might find it a little harder to get on my schedule, if you're wanting to get on my schedule, my focus is going to be on making some meditations that go with my book, Insightful Inspirations. And I'm also going to be trying to focus more on like classes and how we can play more with the manifestation energies and the universe and guides and that kind of stuff. So I just am throwing that out there just so you guys kind of see, you might see a little bit of a change of pace. Maybe it'll be a really awesome change of pace, Oh, Barbara says my voice is coming and going in volume. Well, that's not useful. Am I getting too far away from the microphone? I have this, I might be moving around too much. Or it might not be facing the right direction. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. And thanks, Cece, for that too. It's going to be, it's always a journey, right? Always trying to figure out what the best way or the best direction to go is. So, all right. Well, since nobody's me pleasing and I've got all you, I think I am going to let you get on to those of you who are football watchers. Have a good day with that. Otherwise, have a great week. I'll see you guys next week.